Hey guys, welcome back to another episode Up and Running. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, ring the bell right next to it for your notifications, and click the like button. Alright guys, on today's episode, we're going to put a water pump in the Suburban. I hope you enjoy it. Alright, so the 87 Suburban is back in here. It needs a water pump, so we're going to go ahead and put a water pump in it. I'll throw it up on the lift so you can see it was leaking. This is a little bit odd situation. It wasn't leaking out the weep hole, but it was leaking where the water pump attaches to the block. The gaskets don't look very good, so I'm going to go ahead and put it up and we'll take a look at it. Alright, I'm going to try to get the camera up in there. I don't know if you can see it right up there, and I apologize, I can't really, but right where the water pump attaches to the block, it's actually leaking on both sides. You might be able to see a little bit of the water hanging right there, but on the driver's side, a portion of the gasket is actually eaten away. I'm not sure if you can see it or not, but actually there's a piece of gasket hanging out there. So anyway, we're gonna put a water pump on it. Something I do when I take the belts off is I lay them in order so I know this is the first one on, this is the second one on, this is the third one on, and fourth one on. That way I don't have to re-guess. These are fairly different, so it wouldn't be too hard to figure out, but sometimes they're really close in length and it pays to lay them in order like that. All right, one of the fun things about GM water pumps is you've got all of the brackets attached to the water pump, so that's always fun. So you got to take all that stuff off to get the water pump off. It looks like we lucked out on this side and there aren't any, but on the passenger side looks like we got to take the alternator and the air pump bracket off. So now gotta do what you gotta do, right? So this was how much coolant we got out of that Suburban. Not a lot left. All right, it's a new day. We're back on the water pump. That's broken off. We'll have to weld it. All right, there it is. All right, so now we're going to use this and clean up the block. I gotta wipe it down yet, but you can see that block's all cleaned up and it looks pretty good. So now we'll move on to swapping over some of the components. I've got to take the studs off the old water pump, put them on the new one, and then I'm gonna get some gasket sealer going on there, and we'll get this all swapped over. Usually just a pair of pliers will get these freed up. That one's kind of loose. That one too. Now we'll get it put onto the motor. I'm just making sure to clean the block up to get any, grease or coolant or anything else off of there. So the new one sticks like it should. All right, so I'm gonna make sure if these go into water jackets, one of them does there. I think that's it, but yeah, just the lower one on the driver's side goes into a water jacket. So I'm gonna put a little stuff on that bolt. I'm gonna go clean that bolt up and make sure it's all nice and clean so it seals well. Super sure that the gaskets don't move on me and that they line up properly. I don't like to tighten these with the power tool. I like to do my hand so I know. That one's got a ways to go. Anyway, so I know how tight they are. Okay, this bracket I'm going to weld in the car, so I'm going to grind it a little bit. There, and I'll just put a series of welds in there to weld that up. Now remember, when you weld long sleeves, no t-shirts, glasses, helmet, the whole the whole bit. Don't do what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna put a bunch of, several tacks in here. Actually, that went pretty well. It's one more right here. I'm closing my eyes, by the way. There we go. Looks good. Now maybe sometime we can pull that off and then weld it up, grind it up, make it all look pretty nice and all that good stuff. Now we know it's in the right position. And all right, we're back for day 3 on the water pump install. I just keep getting sidetracked, it's crazy how much stuff comes up. And anyway, so hopefully we can get this done today, and we'll move on to something else. All right, I'm gonna make this so it'll hold water. I'm gonna test it. That lower radiator hose got water in it, and make sure it's not leaking before I get it all back together. I'm going to try not to totally fill this up. I'm going to try to only maybe fill it like half or 2/3 of the way up the radiator so I can pop that upper hose off without making a big mess. Get the rest of that stuff put back on. I'm just going to put straight water in it for now till we know we're good. No matter how hard I try not to spill some, I always seem to do it. So far, we're not getting any underneath. So far, everything's dry. So I had some dripping down there, but what I discovered, the O-ring wasn't sitting right on the valve for the radiator. So I think we're okay. I got that little grommet all straightened out, and I'll keep an eye on that now. Everything else though right now seems like it's staying dry. So that plug right on the top of the water pump, they didn't seal it from the factory and it's leaking out of there. So I gotta take that apart and seal it up. All right, we got a plug in it. Move this so you guys can see. I'm going to put a little tape on here and seal that up and put that back in. All right, hopefully that takes care of that now. All right, we're still, the radiator's still got about 2/3 to 3/4 full. I didn't see any leaks before that. So I think we're gonna be okay. I was mainly concerned with where it attached to the block, since that's where the leak was, but it seems like everything's gonna be okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and continue putting this back together. So now I'm grabbing the belts back in the order I took them off, and we'll put them back on. All right, so that's going to wrap up the water pump. So we'll just fire it up, let it warm up. And once I know it's leak-free, I'm going to dump the water and mix it 50-50 with antifreeze. So should be good to go. Show you guys this truck real quick. This is Jake's as well. If you notice, this truck's got a supercharger on it from the factory. What year is this, Jake?
2003.
2003 Nissan V6 supercharged. It's got the SC for supercharged interior. Nissan Frontier. This is kind of an odd one. You just never see these with the factory supercharger on them. Alright guys, that's going to wrap it up for another episode Up and Running. Thanks for watching. Be sure to come back next time. Alright, now we're going to use it. Let me get that. All right, we'll try this again. Blooper. All right, so now, I'm gonna set these up there. We're gonna use this, clean up the block. Oh my God, I knocked the other ones down. Ah!